shout out to executive producer Lasith Bandera for sponsoring this reaction. A longtime supporter and one of our most longtime executive producers, a special thanks again for sponsoring this reaction.
Welcome back to another EP sponsored reaction for Prodigal Son, Season 2, Episode number 3. The plot is thickening up in here.
Alright, special shout out to executive producer Lasith for sponsoring this reaction, and let's get to it.
I have a Bible study for the faithful interested in Exodus.
Oh, they ain't even last long. They fuck with him quick. They did try to get out of jail.
Yeah, that was what that whole conversation was about.
I mean, I was gonna say get out legally though, because if you just get on the run, it's gonna be stupid. You about to shave your shit.
Honey, I'm home.
Honey, I'm home.
Darling.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Or a hellscape where his worst fears play out on a nightly basis.
I guess I was talking about myself.
Well, you are a narcissist.
And you, understandably, are still processing the significance of your recent indiscretions. So let's have another session today. I'll have Mr. David pencil you in for 4. I'll be free. Great. 4 works. That good for you, son?
I'll be dealing with my problems the same way as I always have.
By pushing them deep down.
You can see you in here before.
Your mother did a real number on you.
Well, if we can't talk feelings, let's at least talk murder.
Tell me about your latest case.
I don't have a case.
We've
We
got
have
a
a
case.
case.
Is that Gil? Put me on speaker. No.
Everything all right?
Better now. Where are we headed?
Westchester, there's been a murder at Remington Academy. Mayor pressed me to take the reins.
Of course he did. We must protect the children of the rich at all costs.
I know that you don't want to go back.
To the oppressive boarding school from which I narrowly escaped? Nope. And they don't want to see me either.
What if I say I need you?
I'll consider it. But only if the victim is Headmaster Brumback.
It isn't.
So, I guess it's my lucky day.
Oh my god. I was saying that as a joke.
Did you go? See your hand start shaking now when I mention the school.
The school has the kids in lockdown. Let's go, right?
The cow.
I don't even remember his first name.
Headmaster Nathaniel Brumback. And this is the rest of his office.
Apparently Brumback was an academic legend.
Yeah, legend of accepting thinly veiled bribes from wealthy New York
Look at
families.
this
Also,
in there,
their
man.
kids
This whole
could
office.
attend one of the most prestigious boarding schools on the East Coast.
Private school here.
Of course you did.
Can you shed some light on the pool party?
Senior prank, Remington tradition. When I was here, they forked quad.
JT's losing it. The baby's a week overdue, and if Tally doesn't give birth in the next 24 hours, they have to induce.
When's the last time you had intercourse? Ask him.
Ask him. Actually, hold up. Let me put a finer point on that. When was the last time that JT brought Tally to orgasm? Oxytocin can help trigger labor contractions. Plus, the prostaglandins in JT's sperm.
Okay.
Too much information.
What do you have, Idrissa?
Oh, it's a real trip in here. And it's all the contents of a stodgy office setup. Phone, banker's lab, pen cup. Even a sad desk firm.
And our victim?
He was bound to the chair, carefully positioned. You know, I wish you could have seen it intact. It really completed the whole vibe.
So we're looking at a drowning?
The zones.
Claremont has 3 security zones, red, green, and blue, all accessible through their own key cards. The problem is no guard has all 3.
My cellmate Willie's working on that.
Willie?
Yeah, he's right there. Willie knows how to cut a man, too.
Uh-huh. You want to steal her key card?
He already lifted 2 of them. Now all we need is red.
Sorry, I'm late. I think I might be crazy, but I'm good at what I do.
Have a seat, Louisa. This doesn't have anything to do with Brumback, does it? Why are we here?
We're waiting for someone.
Should I even ask?
And you ain't gonna be able to read it though, for this TV. Bryce.
Hi, I'm Bright. Malcolm Bright. And I'll be your profiler today.
Police profiler? You're a detective?
He's the detective, but I'll be asking the questions. You're here because I found Headmaster Brumback's black book. It's not real. It's just a myth they tell for scaring the freshmen. You'd think, right? But, funny story, I saw it when I went to school here. He kept it in a lockbox in his desk. You know the one. It's floating in the pool. Hence the swim. Right. The book is reserved for expulsion level offenses, and your names appear on the last page, dated yesterday. So, tell me, what did you do? And who wants to go first?
I was in Brumback's office, but I didn't do anything. It was about my graduation. Pep talk for my salutatorian address. He knew I was disappointed.
Here we go.
I'm National Honor Society, editor-in-chief of the Daily Stag.
Louisa also generously volunteers her time in our library.
Thank you, Professor Laney.
I'm sure our beloved headmaster wouldn't want a little thing like his murder to affect your college prospects.
Dude, you're dripping. Yeah, Potter does that. What's your excuse? Fine. Brumback called me in. He was pissed. 2 girls got in a fight over a status update. Was one of them your girlfriend? They both were.
So gross.
Boys, right?
Brumback caught me smoking pot, a so-called drug that's legal in 11 states.
Like the Palo Molly.
He was ancient, he had a good run.
Excuse me, as revolting as that statement is, none of what's been said here is a motive for murder.
Not necessarily. But you've all exhibited interesting psychological markers. Lack of empathy, paranoia, grandiosity.
It's called survival.
I have one more question. Did you talk about this before you came here?
We don't talk.
He's a jock. She's a stoner. I'm...
Perfect.
We're not friends.
Can I go now? I mean, my condolences to our late headmaster.
She probably later.
They're lying. All of them.
Lack of empathy is not enough to get you to murder.
I don't know if they're murderers, but I do know they're friends.
They're called cliques. It's a high school. A weird-ass high school, but a high school.
When I pulled out that book, they exchanged looks, glances, fleeting micro-expressions that indicated familiarity. They're hiding something.
Those students are innocent.
Driving back to the city is gonna be hell. Maybe I should drive.
Mama.
Reggie's always riding the clutch.
Did you not hire me to try to solve this thing?
LCD display, color illuminating 200 megapixel camera with the mag to 1K. Physics club. But if they have a thermal mass flow controller up in here. Not even distilled.
It's just a refrigerator.
Jessica, this needs to stop. You're interfering with my case.
Because I can offer valuable insight.
Generations of Miltons attending Remington Academy is not valuable insight.
You are allowing your unfortunate experience at Remington to cloud your judgment.
Then maybe you shouldn't have forced me to come back here.
I am on the board of trustees. I know these students. Louisa, Anton, Molly, they're all from impeccable families.
So was I.
Right.
And I was expelled.
And just like you, none of them is capable of murder.
I done cut up the whole. Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I used to be in physics club.
Why did they walk like
Sorry,
robots?
freshman?
No.
In the wrong place.
Welcome to boarding school, bitch.
Do they actually think she's a student? Is that what that was?
It was a fridge
Because
full
otherwise it was
of
stupid.
water bottles, and these kids acted like I was trying to steal a compound microscope.
And it was Anton, Louisa, and Molly.
According to Delaney, Remington doesn't have a physics club. Whatever they're up to, it's off the books. You were right. They're in on it together.
But in on what?
Well, it might not be just water. There are a handful of drugs that are water soluble. MDMA, LSD.
Run a test on the water bottle.
They're not running drugs. They were cheating.
The label's a crib sheet.
And if Brumback knew, they could kiss their Ivy League futures goodbye. There's your motive.
The kids teaming up to drown their headmaster?
Oh, it wasn't a drowning. Brumback was dead before he hit the pool. The killer used chloramine trihydrate. It's a poisonous antibacterial agent.
And it wasn't 3 kids, not together. Teen brain doesn't fit with organized crime.
My vote is for Louisa. Girl's got a heavy fist.
She's the brains.
Louisa Morrison's father is the top hedge fund manager. If we bring her in for interrogation, she's coming with a high-priced lawyer at her side.
Then maybe we don't bring her in. I know of another master interrogator who's dying to talk to her.
I was so pleased you could come for a visit. I'm the one who's
Master
pleased.
interrogator.
I desperately needed to get off campus.
Oh, I bet you did. You poor children. Have you spoken with your father?
Please don't tell him I'm in the city. He wants me to come home.
I would want that too. Skirmish with the police
put the
is
rich
not a
music
good look. Daddy doesn't know about that.
And he doesn't need to.
Louisa, if you are holding anything back, I suggest you come clean.
I should go.
We need somebody who sound rich, babe. And I think you would do a
I
great
know
job.
about the
babe.
cheating. What cheating?
I pay a lot of money in this school, and I know a lot of things are going on.
I just needed a little help. One linear algebra exam. But then he threatened me.
Ooh.
He said he would out me if I didn't work for him.
Louisa, you can trust us. Who murdered Headmaster Brumback?
In an out-of-control world.
I can get us the red key. There's a card on my lock. He has a red card. All I need is your shiv. Well, Mr. David's grown fond of me. It's quite sweet, really. He almost thinks we're friends. And I can easily gut him before he figures out otherwise. Okay?
He ain't been a good in a way.
I think he's about to gut him until take the 2 other cards.
Are you profiling me?
No. But I've been profiling my father all my life. He's telling the truth. Which means you're lying.
I should get a lawyer about now, shouldn't I not?
NYPD! Andrew Museum! Anton Curry, you're under arrest.
For what?
Murder? Not to mention boarding the chopper to your daddy's handy real estate tax shelter?
I didn't kill Brumback. You told Nikki my real name. I was just a kid.
Please, you're more than just a kid. You saw everything. Having someone so observant around, it's inconvenient when you're running a cheating ring. What do you say?
For over 20 years, you gave students the exam answers. Why?
Please, these kids, their money, privilege. You leave this school with a promise of what? Anything you want, a fabulous life. I am stuck here. So why shouldn't I get my peace?
That's good. That's a good point. I mean, you're not helping the kids at all. I mean, the kids gonna be all right whether they fail or not fail. But
Headmaster Brumback was poisoned with chloramine trihydrate.
I use it to restore books.
My profile was wrong. I wanted to punish those students so badly I had missed what was right in front of me. You killed Brumback.
You extorted 2 young girls. You're a cheater and a bully.
Anton didn't extort anyone.
Molly, what are you doing here?
I'm scared. We had to get off campus. We don't want to be next.
Who are you running from?
No, you are wrong, Malcolm. I help kids cheat. I'm not.
Is it the girl? Is it the girl again?
I'm not a murderer. Oh, God.
What is it?
A sandwich. She made it.
Yeah, it's a girl that works in the library, babe.
Louisa, unlock the door. The lady is dying.
That's kind of the idea.
So she's the crazy.
Once a psycho, always a psycho.
This vault is secure, climate controlled, and best of all, airtight. Oh, and the signal in there is utter garbage.
You killed Headmaster Brumback. Why? No college is worth this.
Speak for yourself. My father taught me you don't let someone like Brumback stop you from doing what has to be done.
Another thought. Perhaps the weapon itself is not enough. Perhaps I'm going to require the whole kit and caboodle. What are you tying the key cards down?
Not the plan, Sergeant.
No, but don't you see there's more plan unfolding?
Give yourselves over to his guidance.
Amen!
We build life.
You sure you know how to cut a man down? Because I do. Ephemeral lottery might be a bit difficult to reach from here, and I'm not sure I'm not floating around in your fetid crotch. But your carotid and brachial arteries are easily accessible.
Yeah, I told you.
Several short stabs. You'd be astonished by the blood flow.
That's why you're doing this? Your father? For his approval?
I'm not some rich kid cliche.
No. You're not, are you?
You act like it.
This is about getting away from him. College means escape. Somewhere far.
3,400 miles, to be exact.
You going to Cali? I mean, he is rich. You know he can fly over there, right? Move, live.
You too.
And you know, it's a lie. I'm a prisoner. He's boarding school. His college. Right into a job. His firm. Not anymore.
Running away won't solve anything.
It'll solve one thing. I'll never have to see my father again.
But you'll still be his daughter, and you'll still be a killer.
Hitler. No.
Delaney is dying, and when the air runs out in... All right? Looking for this?
Well done. Of course, I wish that you had included me from the start. I know a great deal about poisonous oxidizing agents.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
I accused you of something that you didn't do. And I'm apologizing.
Okay. Here we are. You're apologizing to me.
Here we are. This is a moment that is
In other words,
happening.
I did not expect to hear.
You realize I'm not apologizing for anything else.
Come on, let me have this one little moment. Apology accepted.
I don't care.
I know that I am, so people say, a little problematic.
Problematic doesn't get you chained to a wall.
A little
I
problematic.
mean, problematic in the sense that I'm not all bad. And that was your mistake in Remington. You should have owned your last name. The rich, dashing son of a killer. Oh, those little devils would have loved you. Am I right?
Some people say you're problematic.
You're Malcolm Whitley. You're my boy. Don't forget that.
No, trust
Don't
me.
worry.
Nobody does. Let me
I
forget.
can't.
I'm about to be up out of here.
Call me tomorrow.
I'll see you
For Bible
tomorrow.
study.
I intend to. And behold, a voice from heaven said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased."
All right, that was episode 2 of 3 of Prodigal Son, and another good episode, man. The only thing that I'm going to be disappointed by if Malcolm, dad, actually breaks out of jail, it's going to be really stupid if he does. It would be better if there was some kind of legal, justified way that he can be out on like some probation to help out with the cases and stuff, but escaping, being on the run, trying to damn do things, and it's not going to make for a good time because you're just going to get caught again and just be out there fucking up everything else. Unless he's going to get out and then something like it's going to make something revelationary, you know. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that situation right there. But I like that we got back to another case. I like the people that was in there. I love that actor right there. He's a good narrator too. But I like that case that we had going on. It was back and forth. We thought we knew who the killer was, didn't know, and then it came back to the way it was. So that was good. That ended up being the girl. So overall, I had a good time with the episode. I'm just trying to understand where we finna go if he breaks out of jail. And he gonna kill his security guy who's been there since the whole thing. I don't know how I feel about that, but we shall see though. But I still had a good time with this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with the last line especially where he's like, I can be problematic, and he's like, Malcolm takes it as, because you're a murderer. He's like, no, because I'm not just a murderer. I'm not just 100% a bad guy. Like, I have good characteristics. So I feel like they wouldn't drop that line and then have him murder the security guard. I just feel like it wouldn't align at all, so I don't think he's going to go that route. We'll have to see. But to your point, I do feel like it is problematic to have him break out. Like, it's not going to work out well for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that's going to be more of a distraction than anything else, but we'll see how they handle it. Obviously, that's where the show is moving us towards, is him breaking out. But maybe, no, it's definitely still moving that direction.
Yeah.
But as far as the rest of the episode, I totally agree. I thought it was a great case. Great misdirect once again. So I thought all of those pieces worked really well. It was fun seeing when Bright, Malcolm first changed his name to Bright. I thought that was a great and interesting part too, so that he could reinvent himself at this new school. And ultimately, you know, people manipulated the situation because, again, he's so smart and pays attention to detail, and they had schemy shit going on, so ultimately set him up. But I thought it was a solid episode in that regard, kept me on my toes, and yeah, interested to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another EP sponsor reaction for Prodigal Son Season 2.
Shout out to executive producer Liz Sith again for sponsoring this reaction.
Yeah, man. Season 2, episode number 3. And until next time, people, peace.